Dreams can come true when we combine faith and actions. Faith to lubricate the necessary actions needed to keep the dreams alive. But dreams can be rapidly realized when faith, action, and tenacity are met by a burning zest to impact society. So is the story of Rhema Pentecostal Mission Liberia initiative. This is a dream envisioned by one man to be actualized through the burning desire of an inspired, spirit-filled patronage of another. Jehoshaphat Carl Freeman is a Liberian pastor living in the United States who dreams of building not only a house of worship in his homeland, but a multi-purpose complex that will also benefit his kindred and his community. His desire was just a dream until divine connection brought him in contact with a congenital Christian woman with an incessant craving to the service of God through mankind. Their connection is the beginning of a transformation that will impact generations unborn.
And I want to announce to each and every one of you, Rhema leaders, Rhema pastors, we laugh, we joke, we share fun. We are very simple, we are down to earth. But I must tell you, we are a supernatural church. Now I'm making a strong amen right now. We don't need your approval for us to rebuke you. We can correct you, we can rebuke you, because we are a supernatural church. God connected us to Director Sophia supernaturally. I don't want to talk all about it. She knows everything.
My name is Shua Sophia Yang, and I am from Minnesota, St. Paul, Minnesota. Basically, I am a Hmong, came from Laos. And I'm the tribe, the Hmong tribe in Laos. And we came to the United States in 1975 when I was 9 years old. So I grew up all my life in the United States, went to school. I was born in a Christian family. My brothers, two of my brothers are pastors. So I was raised in a Christian home. And then married to my husband, and he was a Christian also. So we have 5 children, 17 grandchildren, and then 18 is on the way. When I was still married, we live our life and married just like everybody else, like a normal family, Christian family, but not really searching God, not really put God first in our life. And after I went through a couple years of marriage issue with my husband being infidelity, this is where it turns everything around. This is where I started to really search God and wanted to know more about God. So I surrender all my life to God at that point.
Shua Yang then began to mobilize resources for the project. For her, the desire to get this started was divine, and as such, she had no hesitation to support the men and people she has come across for the very first time.
I met Pastor Jehoshaphat in September 2021 last year. I never knew him. We were introduced at Love Line Global Mission, and at that time I thought, I didn't know if I wanted to take that ministry or not, right? And the Lord wanted me to take that, but I say, give this ministry to Pastor Jay. So we met that day, and I was glad. I thought, okay, this is the day that he's going to take a position. But as we were talking, God put into my heart that I want you to take that position, and I'm bringing this man to help you. And as we were talking, he told me a little bit about Liberia, and I say, Liberia. I like to go to Liberia sometimes. But Liberia and Africa was not on my list. But God brought in a supernatural way for us to meet. And this is where God wanted to send me. And that's how we got to talk, and he told me a little bit about his mission work here. And I asked him what he does, and he told me, and he told me about the project. So I said, well, I'm kind of interested in what kind of project you're doing. He's a multi-purpose project at church. So I got more information about that, and I said, okay, let me pray about it and see where God's leading me.
Shua's steadfastness and perseverance was practically resounding. Her mobilization of resources soon became evident as the fresh structure started rising. Anxious and fascinated by the speed of the project so far, Madam Yang accepted to visit Liberia to meet a people she has been interacting with only virtually. Her visit then coincided with the dedication of the Rhema Liberia Pentecostal Mission Church.
This day is the day long awaited that the Lord has made, and we must rejoice and be glad in it.
Amen.
Amen. With the help of Director Shua Sophia Yang, who allowed herself to be used by the Holy Ghost. She has said to me that the Lord told her that she was going to build a church, but she didn't know how and when. So when she got the touch and the inspiration to start Rhema's ministry, it was not a surprise to her. He said, though I don't have the funds, but the Lord will continue to make it available. Amen. And every time we make requests, he was there to work on it and get it done. Except he said there were a lot of distractions from family members and other people to start this project, but she didn't know what gave her the strength and the courage, and she was just moving on. That tenacity was just there. Throughout today, we want to say welcome to Liberia, and we want to say thank you on behalf of the leadership of Rhema, Liberia Mission, and Rhema International. This is Liberia Mission first headquarters and first structure of Rhema.
Missionary to Liberia, and I said, well, tell me more about what you do. So he told me that they plan to build a multi-purpose church, and I said, oh wow, that's interesting. What's all in the multi-purpose? So he was telling me that they're going to be a clinic, a media center, a church, a school, a training center, and that's awesome. That is something that I want to do. And I said, sometime we can, talk about it. And let me go home and I'll talk to God, pray about it, and see what God speaks to me. So a week later, I call him up and I say, I need more information. Can you tell me more information? And give me the blueprints and see, I want to see what you have. So he showed to me. And I said, okay. And we prayed about it again. See if I could raise the funds for the project. So at that same time, I was so excited. Somehow God just put it into my heart to fall in love with the African people here, even though that was not on my list at all. I called him up and I was so much joy. I had never had that kind of joy in my life. And I knew that was from God. It was not from me. I can't express and explain how happy, how joyful I am when I thought, okay, I'm going to do that. I'm going to be part of it. So I called him. I said, Pastor Jay, I'm going to join you. I'm going to join you, and we're going to build that church together.
Her intervention is not only to complete the rise of buildings, but to impart a community and people with the love of Christ. She is even motivated by her interaction with the local congregation as she plans to raise more funding for the project. When completed, this multi-purpose project will not only be a dream come true for Jehoshaphat, it will also serve the gospel to the local community and provide basic social services that will uplift their minds and spirits.
The project was 17,000, but we were able to come up with 18,000.
Wow.
Yes, and that is by the grace of God. So we were able to come up with that. So after that, everybody backed out. Okay, after the first initial funding, donation, everybody backed out. They said, we don't know this guy. We don't know if he's real or not. We can't participate. We're just gonna donate a little for you, and you can do whatever you need to do with the project. I said, okay, that's fine. So I told Pastor Jay, I said, you know what? Nobody is going to be part of it anymore. Everybody backed out. So now what? You know what? I'm not gonna worry. Whatever God laid on my heart, I will continue. It's amazing because everybody was saying, you know what? Because each time they keep adding the number, right? The number keeps going up, and people start to be skeptical. You say, is this real? Is this building real? You're not even there. How do you know that this is real? What if they just want money from you, and the building is not? It's nothing. When you get there, it's nothing. Or maybe they have somebody else that is building the building, but they just want the money from you. They have somebody else. Because you alone cannot do the project by yourself. They have to go through the local church. And you don't even go through the local church. You're doing that from your own self, your own way. And I say, you know what? I'm not going to worry. Because if they're stealing from me, they're stealing from God. Because the money is not mine, it's God. And I trust that.
If you are motivated by this video and want to be a part of the change in progress, please do so via the church's website, www.rhemamissions.com. Your little effort could lead many to the saving knowledge of Jesus Christ.